and I can see my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, my regular guest every single Friday, Mike, is here with me, and yes, we're going to look ahead to our game this weekend against Peterborough this time, and yes, really looking forward to getting into the chat. We're going to start with the reflection of the week and all that good stuff from the deadline day. I want to get Mike's thoughts on that as well, but hope you're all doing very, very well anyway this evening. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, and get your comments in throughout the show as well. And yeah, go and follow me, all of my socials as well. Links are in there on my channel as well, on my profile page. And go and watch any videos that you missed this week, guys. I've done quite a few, so yeah, if you haven't already. Not now though, because you're in here, but afterwards.
Yeah.
But Mike, we're here that way. How are you doing, mate? Had a good week?
Good, mate. Yeah, long week. I think everyone's the same. Weather's turned, and we're all sort of like getting used to that sort of like extra layer on now, aren't we? I think, during the day. But hey, let's hope for an Indian summer. But it's all right. It's all good.
Good stuff. But look, obviously, we might as well just get straight into it then. So obviously, I want to get your reflections on last weekend then with the Barnsley game then, because look, I've said enough of what I need to say, but what happened? What happened last weekend?
We sat back, mate, and we never got going. That's basically what happened. We just sat back, and then we said, I think on our preview, I think we'd said the danger men, right? Keeler Dunn, Connor. We knew straight away who the danger men was and who scored. The people that we said. There were some bad decisions, some bad play. It's a long season as well, but that was, I don't know. I can't think of a game that we started slower, to be honest. It felt a bit bizarre when we knew that we had to get at them from the get-go, and I don't know. We just seemed to sit back and just as though we were going to soak it up and play counter-attack. I don't know if they were thinking in that, and then. The changing point was that absolutely atrocious tackle, and I think everyone will be in agreement with it. It was shocking. I didn't know what to do at that moment, as if to like laugh or cry. It was ridiculous. And Goodman going, it sort of like turned the tide of the game, I think, and that was it. And we were on the back foot all the way. But then. We still didn't put any. I don't think we were still putting. You can beat a team with 10 men, and I still think that we could have been a better team on the day, and we just didn't get going.
I agree, mate. And obviously, like I said in my my videos that I did about this game, that I just think Goodman, don't forget the howler that he made in the first goal, where he just what was he doing there with that goal? It was he just put it on the plate for Keeler Dunn. You got to be in that ball. You can't just punch. You can't just do that. What he did. Yeah. So I just think Goodman's afternoon went from bad to worse. Really, I think that was it. But the thing is, people are saying, "Ooh, we had to send it. We got a red. We were down to 10 men." Cool. So that's the narrative that those fans that defend everything they defend everything and anything. But for me, what happened for the previous 35 minutes of that match? Can I just ask? We didn't start off quickly.
No, it was rubbish.
Shocking, wasn't it? So look, it was dreadful.
It didn't make no difference anyway. I mean, it's like 10 men, 9 men. the way they were playing, it especially with it being a Yorkshire derby as well. You know, you'd have expected. I would have, you know, as Lee Grant had been saying, get out on that pitch and absolutely go for these, you know, because that's what they're going to do at home as well. You know, and like I say, it went their way, and yeah, I mean, just let's move on. I think I don't want to sort of like talk too much about it. It was that bad a game.
Yeah, we just need, but this is one of our promotional rivals. That's what we'll say. And you know, when we losing to teams like this, then does it really bode well? And I just want to see you have some real consistent. Look, you can't win every single game. I get that.
No.
I just think
it's how you lose, though, isn't it? We've said that before. You know.
Yeah, but I just think if we're having a few good wins and then we're going back to lose, and the away, there's nothing. And I will close this kind of part now in a minute, but another point I want to make is the away form, Mike. What is going on? Because we've seen it. Yeah. We've conceded 3 goals twice.
Unbeaten at home, and our losses are away, aren't they?
We've conceded 3 goals twice in the last 2 away games against Blackpool and then against Barnsley. Now, there's been a trend in these last 2 away games. It's been that when we've conceded, more goals have followed. Are you concerned by that at all? And what do you make of that away kind of form at the moment? Is it worrying to you, or do you think it maybe just settles down eventually?
No, of course it worries me. It worries me because I think that we expect better quality out of them players. You know, we brought them in for a reason. You know, and yeah, all right, they've come in on free transfers or whatever. You know, some have been compensations, but you know, when you're paying big wages like that, I expect a performance out of them week in, week out. And if they're not giving me that, then, you know, change them, you know, get someone else on the pitch, you know. And the way that we concede sometimes, they go to disarray. You know, looking at, I mean, God, I can't even mention like the game where Watmouth he went missing. You know, it was literally shocking.
The Blackpool game was shocking.
The Blackpool game, it was, you know, and then we've just done it again, and I was like, it literally blows my mind. And then, you know, yeah, and I don't want to go. It's the ups and downs. I don't know if it's just a Huddersfield Town thing, because I just can't. You know, I sometimes laugh when I'm sat in my seat in the Aku and I'm saying, "Oh, I can't go through this again. Another season of this." And I don't want to. We've got the players not to do that now.
Yeah, so, no, absolutely, mate. Yeah, I agree. It's just one of those. But look, we're going to part that here. Let's stay. Wayne, big up. Hello, Wayne. How are you doing, mate? Good to see you.
Evening, Wayne.
And yeah, hope you're doing well as well, mate. Yeah, big up to yourself. And you also see you going to watch Town at Bradford in H-Town on the big screen. No, probably not. What about you, Mike? I mean, this has caused a lot of controversy this week, of course, with the ticketing stuff.
It's a shambles. It's a shambles, mate. I mean, you know, it's well, you know, enough has been said about it. I don't want to get into the ticket thing actually, but yeah. Anyway, you know, it's got to be open to everybody. It's got to be open to everybody.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. It's just not acceptable, and that's where I'll leave it. But yeah, no, I don't think I am, to be honest. I'll probably watch it at home in my own comforts and just chill out and watch it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, we've done a reflection about so let's kind of talk about deadline day then, Mike, because obviously we've signed 2 new players, obviously on loan. Will Alves coming in from Leicester, and Redmond from Aston Villa on loan as well. What did you make of these 2 signings? Because it looked like Redmond wasn't going to happen.
Well, I know, but wasn't the talk that Zeppi had already come in and kind of like, and then it disappeared?
Yeah.
So it was like, and then it was like, oh God, I mean, maybe it never happened. And I was sort of like, and then that disappeared, and then Will Alves sort of like was announced. And at the same time, the gaffer then turned around and said there'll be no more signings. And kind of like, but I kind of read that at that moment that we're having one of them Goodman moments where the club said you can't announce him until his contract with us has been, you know what I mean, finalised or whatever the deal's going to be. I took it to that. So when Redmond was announced, Kev Nagel, thank you, big Kev dog, as well, for posting their incoming again. So it's like,
Yeah. Stand by,
stand by, and so it kind of like everyone's eyes lifted. But two great signings, exactly what we needed.
That final
type
third.
of players, should I say? Exactly what everyone's been screaming for. So yeah, a perfect window for me. I mean, we can't. I think we've done the best business in the in League One, 100%.
And the pressure is now on Lee Grant to get promotion.
100%.
No, there's
exactly.
no hiding place now. There's no hiding place at all.
No,
so,
but I also look at him. He's only lost 2 games, so he's doing well.
Yeah, no, I know, but like the pressure of getting promoted,
100%,
is huge. So he has to do that ultimately, and that's it. So but look, very, very good 2 signings in the final third, and we're happy with that for sure. But yeah, I do want to get your take on that. I mean, do you want to cover the Virtue Trophy match against Newcastle, 6-2 victory? What did you make?
I mean, we can cover it. Yeah, I mean, look, we went out against an under-21 side. Premier League team, players that should be, trying to get into the senior squad. So we're not talking a team of pushovers by any means, but probably, they're not adult. Not playing the adult game, are they? And so there was going to be a lot of that kind of possession. I think I expected us to have a lot of possession. We conceded a sloppy goal. For the first goal, I think did they say it was a deflection? I'm not too sure. But
deflection one. Yeah.
Deflection, yeah. But again, even though there's that deflection, I just want to cover this. Nichols nowhere near that. He was nowhere covering that, and I was a bit like, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking him, by the way, here, because but I was thinking he was so far away from that deflection, and I couldn't work out why he was there. But anyway, I'm credit where it's due. The rest of the team had a great game. It was good to see Taylor bang 2 goals in. That I really enjoyed seeing that, and it can only give him confidence moving into this weekend. As well, and the whole team played well. I thought our possession was brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Getting on the score sheet as well, and
Harness his penalty.
What more? And then I think it was an own goal, wasn't it? Another one.
An own goal, that's right.
One of the, so that's all the scorers. So
it's good.
Yeah, really, really good. And what was I going to say? I can't remember now.
But a bit of a subdued game as well. And I think it's like, people always say, is there any point with this, game and this trophy and playing these games? Does it not tire? No, not just you. Have you said that as well? Have you, Ryan? Did you?
Yeah, no. For me, my stance on it, Mark, is
the
reality is that there's the Carabao. There's already enough competition for me without having this extra competition. That's how I see it now. It kind of works in our favour because we've been able to, get into this game midweek, and we've been able to win the game. Very confident, very, very good. And now we can move past last weekend, but we're still hanging over us a bit because that was the last league game. So I'm still thinking about that as well. But for me, the way I see it is, I think it's a pointless competition. And when you bring in under 21 sides against men's teams, you see the gulf, and this is why I don't understand the kind of thinking behind that of bringing young sides against men. It's just what's the point? That's why
it was literally like, I know it's a different, but it was like playing Manchester United under 21s last season, wasn't it? It was same thing. It was just a pointless game. It's just wasted. It's
just a pointless game, and in all due respect, and we're going to move on in a moment. I just think, look, if you're a team that aren't really going to be up there, fight promotion in the league and whatever, and you haven't really been to Wembley that much, it's a good competition because there's a good opportunity to get to Wembley at the end of it, of course. But I think really most teams don't really want to be in this competition. I just don't.
We've got enough. We've got enough on our plate, to be honest. And the Cameroon Cup.
I can't. And the attendance down there the other night proved that not many people are engaged in this kind of competition, sadly.
Yeah.
it.
But
So,
but that's been the case forever with that competition, hasn't it? Last season was
yeah.
2000, I think we got in there. It's like, yeah.
I mean, as the competition goes, and if we go further, probably more interest might come from it. But in the early stages, no. But yeah,
totally. Anyway,
but Wayne says, "How can we lose after both? How can we lose after both cup wins?" Yeah,
that's the golden question. That it is.
It just doesn't make any sense, does it at all? I just think it's the manner of these defeats as well, which has just really, really annoyed me. Really,
do you sometimes think it's the players are, think, oh, we've won a Premiership team, we've won a Championship team, we could just relax a little bit, because for me, we seem to do it all the time. We have a really good game, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like, oh,
Yeah, I don't know what you put it down to. Really, I just think sometimes it can be a little bit about. I think Lee Grant is just tinkering with the selections too much for me, and I've said this before. Have a solid core group. I'm not saying don't change because you need it. It's a long season. You change it a little bit. I think it's just too much for me at the moment. That's
totally agree.
I just
after that Leicester game was enough for me to see them 9 changes, and I just thought, what are you? And then the game after was a shocker, as we know, and just too much, too many changes.
And then when you think about in isolation games, well, like going to these games away from home, what was the game plans in those games that we lost? Because I couldn't really see what the instructions was from the manager going into this game, and that's what worries me a little bit. We
didn't really change anything up though. It felt like there was no plan there for this eventuality. If we go 1-0 down, how are we going to change formation?
And that needs to change. So, but yeah, look, that's really it, really, from that. But look, I mean, let's turn our attentions then to this weekend's game. Then, obviously, surely, Mike. I know, look, professionalism and all that, and going to it, focus on ourselves and get the job done professionally. But surely, we should beat these. Are you feeling confident? How are you feeling about it? Because surely we should be feeling confident because.
No, look, we're at home. I always feel confident at home. We haven't conceded at home. To anybody. Premiership. Well, we didn't play Premiership, but to Championship. And in fact, the only time Burnley, I think, was the last team that put a couple past us in the pre-season game, which but doesn't count. So that's all a rush. But forget that comment. No, I'm confident. I am confident. Peterborough scored 2 goals, I think, all season. So they're not firing on all 4 cylinders. The only thing that worries me is that it is going to be a drastically changed team. So even to the one I think that played late in, and you just never know. But saying that, look, I'm 100% behind Town for this weekend.
Yeah, no, we've got to be. We're at home.
100%.
We've got a good record. Yeah. So I agree. And obviously, both 2 teams that have got a bit of history with Peterborough, haven't we? Yeah. We don't really like each other at all, and that added extra spice to the game. But but
they've not got enough. They've definitely not got enough to beat us. They've not got anywhere near enough to beat us.
On paper, but we need to do the job ourselves as well. We can't just say they haven't got enough to beat. We need to do our job, and we will. But you can't go into a game being too complacent because
no, totally.
But look, let me just get the. It's not letting me move up now for some reason. Oh, there we are. I do have a few. There we are. Look, so look, the opposition, Peterborough. Then, so look, we're coming up against a side like you said, Mike, who, they are in turmoil right now. Rock bottom of League One. Yeah, scored 2 goals, like you said, in the 6 games played, and conceded 11 goals.
11, That's 9 minus 9, haven't they?
Which is crazy. So 11 goals they've conceded, and it's just like, they are leaking goals left, right, and centre. But what do you think what do you put the very bad form down to, Matt? This starts the season for Peterborough. Did you think that they would be at this stage?
No, I didn't think Plymouth would be where they were, but I did. This season's shocking me in certain areas, certain teams. When I was like looking at it, and thinking, when we sort of did our predictions for how the league would end up, I think, you're kind of like, oh, but saying that, I think they'll, no, they're going to be going down. I
You think?
cannot see them getting any better. The turmoil at the club, the changes that they've made in the team. I think they brought in 2 defenders from Wrexham on loan, I think, as well. The team's going to be all over the place. It's going to be all over the place. I think they've got their goalers. I think they've got, I can't remember who it is. I think Bass is one of the goalkeeper that they're going to have this weekend. But yeah, they're all over the place. So
I think Bass is actually injured at the moment as well. So I think they've got Reyes in goal, which
is it? Oh my God!
Last weekend they started with Reyes, so I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think he's out injured at the moment. Bass, yeah. So yeah.
So they go with Blackmore, is it, as the third keeper? I can't remember who it is now.
No, it's Reyes. Like I said, Vicente Reyes. They started last weekend in the league.
Did it? Right. Okay.
Yeah. Reyes. His name. I don't know who he is, but yeah.
Right.
So yeah. But look, for me, I think for me, Peterborough, they just look like a club that have been run really badly. That's how I see it, because I said it to you off air, Mike, about the recruitment side of things and the fact that they've allowed players that they should have not allowed to run down their contracts, like your Pokus, like your Ricky J. Jones, who you would have gotten good money for. But, you would have got these 2 players, they're key players. And I think the fact that they allowed them to go on a free, that's bad management from off the field, in my opinion. And you just can't afford to be doing that. And now they've not been able to replace the players, and they've not really brought many players in. And I look at their squad and their team that they started last weekend, for example. I don't really know many of their players at all, which, sometimes it doesn't mean anything sometimes. But I just think from what they used to have, they've just gone back downhill even more so than they did last season. So that's how I see it, really, from my point of view. But look, I mean,
there'll be a good reception for Tom Lees anyway.
Well, I mean, I don't do play come back, but I certainly won't be clapping either. But look, yes, so their manager, Darren Ferguson, like I said, we've already said it off air as well. Look, if he loses heavily this weekend, which a lot of people are saying that they will, I think he's gone now. There were a lot of talk building up to this game anyway that he was going to get sacked before this game, but he's still in a job as of tonight. So he's going to be taking the team tomorrow, which I'm glad about, because I don't want that curse of having a manager getting sacked that we're about to, the club that we're about to face.
That bounce.
So look, Darren Ferguson's very experienced still though, but look, it's a results-based business, like I said off air, Mike, and he's not been getting results. I know they say the bad mismanagement off the field hasn't really helped him either, has it? But no, the manager loses it. The manager is the one that's
ultimately responsible at the end of the day. It could be his last game. It could be his last game tomorrow. You just.
Yeah, and obviously they lost 3-0 away at Exeter last weekend as well. So but look,
they're leaking goals.
1 point and -9 goals, just like you said. But look, we kind of just. I mean, what do you think they'll kind of do tomorrow then in terms of how they'll come here? Because I think they'll be coming here and they'll try and frustrate us.
I actually think they're going to go the opposite way. I actually think that they're going to do that weird thing that they did against Leighton with having that 5 at the back. I think they're going to kind of like try, because if anything, they're probably going to have watched our games and seen we struggle to break teams down that are in, like, we're part of the bus, Blackpool as an example. And when teams part of the bus, have we got enough to break them down now? I don't know. We've got Castledine in there now. We just need to be more focused.
Yeah, absolutely. So fair enough. I mean, for me, I feel like they'll come here and kind of look to slow the game down a little bit and try and get a set piece kind of goal for them.
I mean, we're not the quickest team anyway, are we? But yeah, exactly. I think exactly that.
I think they will sit back, and that's where we might have to be a little bit patient. But I think once if we do get the first goal, the floodgates will then open. That's how I see it. But let's go to the comments because we've missed a few comments. Not ignoring you guys, don't worry.
Who's in the house? Who's in the house tonight?
Let's have a look. Charlie's in the building. He says hello. Sorry, I'm late.
Hi, Charlie.
Hello to you. Good evening. See, no, I know people say sorry about being late. Don't worry, guys. It's fine. You come in when you come in. You come in to show your support, Charlie. No matter what time, even if you are a little bit late. There's Tom Lee. Yeah, he does. He's moved to Peterborough. Tom Lee's. Yeah,
Tom Lee's. Yeah.
Evening to Michael, who's saying evening, Ryan and Mike. Hope you're both well. Yeah, I hope you're well as well.
Evening, Mike.
And yeah, good to see you. And as always, the regulars. As usual, we are against bottom of the league, one table tomorrow. Yeah, we are. Obviously, team very much in turmoil. Noah is in the building. He says, hello, Ryan. Sorry I'm a bit late. Big up.
Hi, Noah.
Big up to you, Noah. Bill Akapic is also one of their keepers, but I don't think he's obviously he was on our academy on it, but I don't think was he on the bench last week? Let me just have a quick check.
Not sure actually he was on there. Yeah.
No, he wasn't even on the bench. So I don't know if he's injured as well, but I don't know. Big up to you, Noah. I think you put that twice, didn't you? I think you put that twice, Chan. I think they're playing to watch out Reyes and Lisbon. Yeah, obviously, yeah. You put your key players in there. Yeah. Is that Lisby? Is it who's? Is it Kevin Lisby that they've got?
Do you know, I'm not that up on Peterborough, to be honest. It's kind of one of the teams I've kind of like missed out on this last couple of weeks.
It's Kirell. So it's Kevin Lisby's son, I believe that, because obviously Kevin Lisby used to play, quite a while back now. So, but yeah, that Kevin Lisby is his dad. So yeah, so Kirell Lisby is a player that plays on the wing, I believe. And so yeah, fair enough. Thank you for that as well. Blue Terry says if we get a really early goal, I think Peterborough will collapse. Yeah, that's what we want ideally.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's what we wanted to happen last weekend. A bit of an early goal.
I just think what happens if we don't get that early goal, then what will happen? Will they get some confidence from that Peterborough and make us on edge a little bit more in the stands? I don't know.
I think there's periods in every game though where teams seem to get that 10 minutes of of something, and in every game, Stevenage, Doncaster, them kind, but Peter's nowhere near the quality of them teams, and I think that we'll be sort of like, we'll have them pegged back in their half, and I think they could frustrate us for a while, but there'll be fingers crossed we'll get that early goal, and then I do agree with exactly what you say, Blue Terry. I think we'll sort of like, if that first goal goes in, I think we're sort of like, I'm not going to say a cricket score, but I think we'll get a few.
I think whether it's an early goal or whether we score in like the 30th minute or whatever, I think they will see the floodgates will open then once, because we know they're fragile already with our season. So you know what I mean? And so that's how I see it. But good point. Reyes is on international duty apparently, so he's not going to be available this weekend.
Yeah, I think I read that Alex Bass was going to be goalkeeper for the weekend on the site, but
right,
we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
It's Kirell. It's Kirell Lisby. Bill Akapic and Lee's a note special. Hello to Mick. Big up to you. I haven't seen you before, but big up. Hope you're well.
Welcome in.
And then noticed I saw Reyes play for Norwich in 21 and Cambridge and was decent in Lisbon, National League Braintree, but still good. Yeah, Lisby's come from non-league. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Thank you for that. Yeah, see Reyes won't be available anyway. We need Lee Nichols to be better in goal tomorrow after Owen Goodman getting sent off. Yeah, I mean, look,
he's had some good games, hasn't he?
I'm really annoyed that Goodman did that because now he's out for 3 games, and I just think I've not been convinced with Nichols for a while. I keep saying it. People keep saying, he's this amazing keeper because he did well in the cup games and he saved some penalties for us, which fair enough, credit where credit's due, but he's not the keeper he once was. And I prefer Goodman in goals, so I don't know. It is what it is, isn't it? But yeah.
Same. I prefer Goodman. I think he's I actually, I would have put Chappers over Nichols as well, to be honest. And I thought he'd had a great sort of first half of last season. Saved us so many times, but then so.
Yeah, I think the only Chapman's knocking on the door a little bit more because he's injured, isn't he, at the moment? But yeah. I mean, we're here. We're all right, I guess. We're all right. I mean, I don't know. I know Mike's doing fine, but I'm just, I don't know.
You'll be happier tomorrow. You're going to be happier tomorrow.
Hope you're well, though, mate. No, big up to yourself. But look, key players. Yeah, I mean, there's already been a few in the chat. Obviously, I do like Lisby on that wing. I know we've got Brandon Keller, who again.
So the talk was that they're going to get the talk is that I heard that they're going to get Mendy and O'Connor, whichever from Wrexham. The two defenders have come in, and they're going to play tomorrow. But I don't know how true that is. So,
who are they? Both defenders, those two, then?
Both brought in, on loan from Wrexham, which tells you a lot about the way they're thinking. So,
oh my, well, they've had, so fair enough. I didn't know that. So Carl Johnson's their captain. I mean, I don't really know much about him, but he's their captain. But apart from that, I don't really see much quality in that squad for them, really. And that's how I see it. Right then, Joshua, it's the time Ryan and I hope you're well.
Hey, evening, Josh.
Big up to you, and hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good week, mate. And welcome in. No one is saying sorry. You don't need to say sorry.
I can't see that.
And there is 19 people in here right now, so drop a like.
Evening, everyone.
And make sure you are hitting the subscription button down below. I really appreciate that. And dropping a like. I honestly want to see Hurl have a crack. I thought Newcastle 21s was a perfect opportunity. Yeah, Hurl's one of our younger goalkeepers, and he probably will be the one that's on the bench on tomorrow. So I mean, fair enough.
Good point. Actually,
much of him, but
I actually never thought about that. But
he's quite a tall lad. I know he's quite a tall lad. You know what I mean? And obviously, he's not had any experience in men's football because he's just been learning through the academy. But I know he's been trained a few times, this season already with the goalkeepers, on a home match day anyway, at least. So, he's been in and around it for sure. But like I said, I don't really know much about him, to be honest with you. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I know he is. So I would have chosen him anyway. Mick from Wakefield here. Big up!
Hey, how you doing, Mick?
My opinion on Peterborough is thought they are dangerous. They will improve. Good luck. P.S. I'm a Barnsley fan. Oh, he's a Barnsley.
Hey, right. Good evening, Mick.
Right, I thought you were a Terrier. Right. At least he's been respectful there in the chats.
Who have you got tomorrow? Anyway, who've Barnsley got tomorrow? It's Mick.
Haven't they got their? Isn't their game called off because of international call-ups?
Oh, yeah. Actually, it might be. Yeah. Do you know, I've not.
Yes, it is.
Because I was like, it's been such a busy week. I'm kind of out of the loop at the minute, but
there's 4 games off this weekend, and we're usually one of them. Last season we're the same, but now I'm glad we can play on this. So I'm glad we can play international break. I'm glad about that.
Yeah. Totally.
International breaks. Oh, so boring. Yeah. All right, let's have a look. Josh says, Jacob Mendy is a left back who's been brought in on loan from Wrexham, and Thomas O'Connor, who was the centre.
Yeah.
All right, both very experienced.
So there was 2, and I think they were the deadline signings, weren't they? They were the 2 that came in a bit like, so.
Wow.
But again, they've got to settle and
they have. They're surrounded by players that are just underperforming as well. So so look, you two are my favourite Huddersfield Town fans on live stream, Ryan and Mike. It's Mike. So big up.
Up the town.
Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your kind words, mate. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like the show every Friday night. And Mick from Wakefield, is this the new Martin? I mean, it could be. It could be the new Martin. Who knows? Did you not see that Martin from Wakefield? Noah, when was it now? I can't remember that. I can't remember the scenario, but I remember that kind of thing. Anyway, I can't remember the full story in it, to be fair, but I know that was a thing a while back. But I mean, I know you said they might play 5 at the back, but I mean they did play 4 at the back away last weekend.
They change so often. It's kind of a weird kind of. It doesn't stick to one formation. It's like freaky weird. Like when I see
No
them play.
wonder they're all over the place. So, yeah, I got a 4-1-4-1.
Yeah, they've had a 3. Was it? What did they play?
That
3,
doesn't
2,
help,
3.
does it?
It's ridiculous, yeah. And then they played against Leighton. It was a 5, whatever, 5 at the back. Anyway, 5-3-2.
Anyways,
like
yeah. I mean,
anyway,
look, whatever formation it is, we'll have to break it down. That's it. But I think that's it from Peterborough's point of view. I don't really think there's anything else to say, really.
No, don't know enough about them now, so yeah.
Yeah, they're just a team that are in turmoil, and that's how I see it. Let's have a look. Josh said, I'm familiar with O'Connor because he was great for points on Fantasy EFL because he picked up an insane amount of clearances.
It did, actually.
All right, yeah.
Yes.
Guys, I haven't updated you guys with the EFL League. I mean, I've slacked off again.
Yeah.
I mean, we could quickly run through it at the end, but I won't.
I think I'm 14th in Huddersfield Town's league.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it at the end.
I have to do that.
Just briefly, anyway. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, we'll see who's winning it, who's at the top. There's going to be a little prize for the winner, by the way, guys. Whoever wins. So yes, not much, but it'll be a little surprise, a little gift. Oh, I don't think anybody wants one of those. I'm going to get. I don't know. I might get a town keyring or something, and something else alongside it for the winner. But yeah. But look, let's get into our perspective then to obviously cover the obviously why we're here, really, to be fair. But yes, I mean, look, we are looking to bounce back from last weekend's defeat in the league. I think it's clear, like I've already alluded to, I think it's clear we go into this game having to show professionalism and simply focus on playing our best football to get the 3 points. That's what we need to do. And like I said, I think we can go into this game with confidence because, like I said, our home advantage, 100% win record, of course. And we're up against a team, like I say, are in turmoil. But I also think we have to be a bit cautious as well. We can't be complacent. Can't just turn up and think we're good, win automatically. You've got to earn the right to win. And yeah, so that's kind of my early kind of thoughts on it. I mean, you kind of already said how you feel going into the game, Mike. I mean, do you agree with what I'm saying there in terms of?
No, totally. The only thing that does puzzle me sometimes is that, like, the number of changes that we make. It just worries me sometimes who he puts on, and I can't believe that standard. Our best 11 changes all the time. Because you're generally fighting for a place, aren't you?
Yeah.
In the team, and if it's changing that often, are we up and down that much in training? I don't know, but anyway. But my thoughts remain the same. I think we'll feel a really strong team, as always. And
we've got 2 full strong sides now. But like, I do agree with you. Like, I do get a little bit worried about who he's going to pick and where he's going to put them.
Yeah.
Just because of what we've seen already, to be honest with you. Not because I don't trust Grant, but I just think, I'm not really being that happy with a few of his selections and just he's too much messing around with the team, chopping and changing it. I just don't agree with it. I know he might be looking at a lot of competition now, and might not know his full 11 yet, but I think he's going to have to get to a point where he needs to know his full 11. He needs to know his core starting 11, and then maybe a few here and there changes in the team. But I just think he's changing it too much. So that's my fault anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm in agreement. I think if I know we've had this conversation early, and we have it every week as well. But if that left back position keeps happening, then everyone in that Kilner Bank stand says the same thing. So
I'm telling you now. Yeah, you put. I know we keep saying it, but if he keeps doing the same thing over and over again, we're putting Wallace at left back. I'm afraid fans will start to get annoyed because when you put him there, it completely nullifies the fullback, the attacking fullback we have on the other side as well. But it just doesn't give us an outlet,
it's nothing.
He's not good enough, and everybody can see it. Why can't he see it? So let's just stop being daft and putting players in positions they Yes.
we've got them players for that, reason.
Exactly. We've got players already, but I just think that people say, "Oh, well, he played left for Millwall." No, it was a free at the back, so it was left centre back. It's not a full back. So he's not a full back. Let's not play players out of position, please.
Yeah.
Right then, that's a little bit of a round over. Right? Josh was first at the moment in my league, apparently.
Oh wow, good effort, Josh. I've no idea where I am.
Notice I don't rate Darren Ferguson either, to be honest. I think he'll be sacked soon. Yeah, he's just come quite...
Could go tomorrow. It could be his last game tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it will. If the result goes the way that we want it to, I think it will be the end of the road. But look, obviously, team news, look, like I said, Goodman's going to be out, isn't he, for this game? Free game suspension, and it doesn't include the league. It doesn't include the cup games, so it's league games only. So he's missing for 3 games, and it's just, it is what it is. But
yeah, I know. I'm exactly the same as you. It's annoyance more than anything.
Frustrating, but now, Grant, obviously, in the press conference I felt he kind of was saying about Redmond, he won't be ready just yet. I don't think I got the impression he basically said he's not going to be available, but he wasn't saying a definitive yes or no. So that kind of gives me a little bit like, I don't know, but he hasn't done much pre-season either, apparently. So I don't know. I think it'll be hopefully not too long, but this weekend it'll come too close to call really for him. He's had a full week's training now, but I don't know. Just get him on the bench, man. Just get him on the bench. Stop these blooming ridiculous things. Footballers come a game where now you can't just throw a player in the deep end, can you? Now you have to give them time and all this, and it's just so ridiculous.
I had. It's weird that you said that, Ryan, because this week I was having a very similar sort of like thought process of thinking to myself that like whenever it's ever got, when you throw sort of like that desperation, you throw that young lad on and all of a sudden he's like, whoa, know, and can we just not have one of them moments this weekend?
Just put him on the bench. I mean, you're not gonna, you know what I mean? Even if he comes on for the final 10 minutes or so, whatever, I don't care. Let's just
give him a run out. Come on.
And then obviously the usual players that are already out: Evans, Chapman, Miller, and McGuane still remain sidelined. So yes, team lineups. It's time to get your team lineups in the chat, guys. So do let me know who you would start this weekend, and I would love to read them in it. But yes, we're going to have a few interesting conversations coming up, me and Mike, in a moment. Sure, let's look. It's so hard to see what our club will look like by the end of the season, even December. Well, we want to be pushing up towards the top 2, if not in the top 2. That's what we're going to be.
Yeah. We need to be in that situation where Birmingham was last season. To be honest,
we want to be in that
automatic. No excuses. Yeah,
we want to be in the automatic promotion places. So, in fact, that's where I want to be by Christmas. Right then, let's get up our lineups then. So, I'm going to start with mine. I'm going to take off the caption because it does usually sometimes hide the score, not the score, the lineup sometimes. And I'll have to put this on full screen for you guys, and I will go through it. So yeah, obviously, for me, look, Nichols comes in, doesn't he? Because obviously, Goodman's out. Back 4, Rowan, Lowe. I've gone for Feeney, partnering line. I know a lot of people saying Watmore maybe coming back in again, but I prefer Feeney over Watmore. That's just how I see it. And Gooch on the right. Gooch, what a guy. We're going to get into him a little bit later on, of course. Ledson, for me, as usual, the captain. And Kasumu, I want to see... Look, I'll keep saying this until it actually happens. Kasumu with Ledson, let's see how that combination works. And then, third forward in the attacking areas, I've gone for... It's actually Alves, not Alves. I thought it was Alves, but it's Alves.
Alves,
So Will Alves, because that's how they pronounced it in the interview when they had it with him. And so I don't know. So Alves, I think he will be good on the left, personally. I personally, me guys, I don't think Ruskin has really done enough to keep his place at the moment. I'm going to be honest. You know, he's done some good stuff, but just doesn't look like he is contributing enough for me to keep his place.
Do you think he's going to put Alves in straight away? You know, or
well, obviously he had like 35 minutes in the cup game.
Yeah.
So
and he looked good.
Ready.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Yeah.
He's come off the back of, you know, the odd game for Leicester in the cup games, especially for them, and you know they had a good pre-season. So yeah, no, I think he's ready. And Castledyne's been knocking on that door of league grant for a while now, and he got better and better. On Tuesday night, I thought he was outstanding. I don't care who he was up against, he was brilliant. He got a goal, he got an assist, brilliant, and that's what we need in that number 10 position: creativity, flair, and he's getting some confidence now. I feel it in him. I think he deserves to start in the league. That's how I see it. So please put him in. And Harness, who for me, I think obviously got a goal during the midweek, but I still think he needs to do more. But again, we don't really have anybody else that could go there. I mean, I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to put, well, Ashley usually goes on the left, doesn't he? But I don't think Ashley is ready to start games just yet for me. I think he's a good bench player and he'll play a big part still this season from that kind of angle. And I've gone for Taylor up front, guys. People may disagree, agree. I don't, you know, for me, Taylor's on the back of 3 goals in 2 games. You've got to start him. May has done some good stuff, but he's not really. For me, the better form striker we've got at the moment is Taylor, and the goals that he's, you know, the last couple of games don't lie. So for me, Taylor goes in there. So that's my lineup. Let me know your thoughts, guys, in the chat. What you make of that one?
Yeah.
But look, Mike, we're going to get into your lineup as well now. So here we are. Take it away.
Yeah. So, you know, same as you, I've gone for Nichols at the back. Obviously, can't do anything else, can we? Good, obviously. Same as you, gone for Feeney.
Yeah.
I think Feeney's growing into every game. He's getting better that he plays. He looks confident. Great. I know he headed the ball down for Connor's goal, but you know, it was one of those moments, wasn't it? You know, low, rotten, Rowan, you know, and I think that's probably our strongest back four, dare I say it, at the moment. And then I know you've gone for Alves on the wing. I know he can play midfield as well, so I don't know if he's going to dare play him in midfield. I kind of agree with you on Ruskin in some respects, but I think that Ruskin's sort of like, I don't know. I just think I think he's stuck in his ways with certain players. I think he'll start Ruskin. Plant on the left where he normally does start. And funnily enough, actually, he's actually down on our squad list as a striker, as a forward, which is bizarre because he's a left back, isn't he? Originally. Harness on the right, Castledine in that 10, and I think he'll rotate, and I think he'll put May in and Taylor on the bench.
Yeah, no, fair. Look, I think for me, Alves was brought in to be a more add quality in that final third. I'm not saying he can't play in that position you put in, but I think
totally. I can blame both Carty. That's
I think he's been brought in to upgrade the final third, which we've had massive problems with early on in this season. That's how I see it. I think we've clearly needed some more quality in that final third. Ruskin might have a good day. You know, if he starts, he might have a good day against Peterborough, the Peterborough defence, who, like I said, have been leaking goals left, right, and centre. So, but I just,
you know what you said about, I mean, with Joe Taylor having that you know, great week and them goals, and I just think he'll give him a little rest. That's my way of thinking. No, do you know why I say that? It's because he does say sometimes, Lee Grant, that I've got the players and it's good. I can rest who I want to rest, you know, and I don't know. I think obviously they'll be on the bench. But
the thing is, though, I don't agree with that kind of mind. And look, I know what you're saying, but for me, and that's your lineup anyway. So big up, you like that lineup. But for me, I just think that, like, if a player's performing, he's scoring for you, and he's scoring more than the other striker that you've got in the building at the moment. he's got to start. That's how I see
Yeah.
it. I don't know. I mean, look, May has done very good, and I wish we could play both of them together, even though they seem to like.
Yeah. Do you think that they cancel each other out when they're on the pitch
But
together?
I just think
Do you think
May
that's the big
has
problem with it?
looked more quieter than usual in the last couple of games. It's Barnsley was. I mean, to be fair, we weren't really getting going in that game, so I don't really blame him. But I don't know. I just think that's how I see it. But that's your opinion. I appreciate what you're saying there anyway. So we'll have our own opinions. Let's have a look. So Blue Terrier's gone for this lineup. 4-2-3-1 Nichols in the goal, of course. Rowan, Lowe, Feeney, and Gooch. And the back four. Kasumu and Ledson in the two holding midfield roles.
You know, I'm loving this. I'm loving this cast. It's awesome. I love this Kasumu stuff. It gives me, honestly, I feel happy when people put Kasumu in there because he is a great attacking midfielder.
Yeah, absolutely. Castledine as the 10. You've gone for May out wide, so you've gone for May out wide. Or you may put May up. No, you've gone May. You've done it in order. So you've gone May out wide on the left, and then you've gone for Harness on the right, and then Taylor up front. Yeah, I mean that could work. That could work. I like that. You know, get them both on the pitch, Taylor and May. I just sometimes it's good to have an option from the bench as well. So there's two ways of looking at it, really. I do want to see them both together, but then you've got somebody on the bench that can come on and create an impact as well. So I don't know. I don't know whether he'll do that or not, but we'll see. I see Redmond is not ready. Any idea why? He's training, had a full pre-season. Well, I don't know. I just think they're still getting used to his new surroundings, new players that he's with. I don't know, mate. I said it already before. I think we should just get these players on the bench. If they've come in, why are we the only club that seem to, when we sign a player? I mean, to be fair, we haven't done it with Alves, so because he's come straight in, but sometimes we do it with these players where we're signing them and then we just say they're not ready yet. They're not ready. They're not going to injury, but they're not ready yet. Well, just put them on the bench then, because they can still offer something from the bench, I'm sure. So that's how I see it. Yeah, Wiles will be playing and Kate probably, but I just go with what I think I want to see start. I don't go with what he's gonna, Grant's gonna do. I go with who I want to start. Wiles is not a starter because he just isn't as effective. No, it's 4-2-3-1 Nichols. Oh my God, he's gone for Wallace. What you've gone for Wallace at fullback? I can't take this lineup seriously now. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, come on. Everyone's got
because Wallace was terrible in those two games. Noah, you must have seen it anyway. Feeney, Watmore, and Sorrens. You've gone for Sorrens as well, who he's done some good stuff for us. Ledson and McGuane's out injured, mate. So this lineup's already flawed. Alves, Kane, Wiles, and Taylor. Yeah, not the strongest lineup, but I think our weaker players will be against. They are up against a team that are in turmoil, but still want our best players out there to get the job done personally, and then change it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's people need to realise that we definitely got to get a strong team on that pitch and get this put to bed. And it should be one of our three, easy 3-pointers. But we want that goal difference as well, and there's more to play for, isn't there? In the long term.
I thought Alves was a player that was more attacking in that, even number 10 or out wide position. Yeah, I thought that, but I don't know. Lee says, for some reason, I'm not keen on May. Keeping Taylor is that guy for goal at the moment. Yeah, I mean, look, I understand what you're saying, mate. Like, May, I'm not saying he's been very, very bad, but I think Taylor's as kind of, for me, the one that's more in form at the moment. So if he's in more in form, then you have to start him, because that's only fair. Likewise, if May gets a chance and he's sat and he plays and he does well and he gets a few goals and then start him. You know what I mean? That's the way it goes. That's how I see it. You've got to earn your place in that side. You can't just be changing it for the sake of it. You need to, that's how I see it. So Taylor certainly has the confidence. So keep him in. Because if you're dropping him after scoring like a few goals in a couple of games, how does that make him feel then? Because he's like, well, hang on a minute, I've scored a couple of goals. I'm the only one that's actually contributed with goals the last couple of games, and I'm being dropped again. It doesn't really help team morale. That's how I see it, because
I mean, the professionals at the end of the day, and it's it's a rotation game. Sometimes you've got to, I'm not Lee Grant at the end of the day. I want, like we all got our own selections, and that's what we want to see on the pitch. But ultimately, we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, we will, and that is it. Yeah,
as long as MW isn't at the left back position, we'll all be happy.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Alfie May is the experienced striker. He's got a great goal record, but I'm on about form and Taylor's. Anyway, it's how it is in it really at the moment. Like, people kind of have their own opinions. May should be brought in off the bench for May should be brought on off the bench for Taylor.
Maybe, yeah. If Taylor's has an off day, yeah. To be honest, he hasn't started, firing yet, and them goals midweek. I just hope that's his catalyst, because, I just want to see. Yeah, I just want to see him do really well.
Ma says, "How's Dion Charles got? Is he injured? I don't believe he's injured, but he's gone missing a little bit recently again from the lineup. So I don't think he hadn't been in the last 2 squads anyway for the game. I don't think he was on the bench last weekend. No, he wasn't, and he wasn't in the squad even on Tuesday night. So I don't know. I don't know what's happened with him. I don't think he's got injured.
Yeah.
Grant didn't say anything in his press conference about that.
He did the same thing with Watmouth, though, didn't he? He vanished for a couple of games.
But Dion Charles, I mean, at the moment, our squad's so strong that he's not able to get on the bench, unfortunately, at the moment. And when he is getting a chance, he's not performing. So you've gone for Kasumi instead of McGuane. Yeah, McGuane's injured, mate. So, yeah. Was fullback quality play, Lee says. Yeah, it's a very sarcastic comment there. I know you're joking, mate. Alves from Roos going after a proof on some bounds. Yeah, I agree. Look, just get Alves in there. Alves, sorry, you say Alves. Yeah, I mean, Mega says, our toy striker was Redmond. Do you think he will play him as the main striker, and either May or Taylor playing off Redmond? Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Once Redmond is up to speed, like, how will he play this guy? Because obviously Redmond is the tallest striker now. He's 6 foot,
but he needs to be in that 10, doesn't he? Then.
But I just think that But what's this comment saying? Will Redmond be the main striker, and then either the number 10 will be either May or Taylor playing off?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it could be. I mean, it might be a good kind of thing. But again, then we're not able to play like a Castledine or somebody in there that is more of a number 10. So I don't know. Well, Lee Grant is going to have to sort it out, but I think I know Redmond can play out on the wing as well, I believe. But again, he's our tallest player. I think from what I've heard as well is that himself, he prefers playing as the centre forward. Redmond, that's his preferred position, but he can play in any of the final third area, the wing, number 10, whatever. So yeah, we'll see. Time will tell, I guess. Leeds, ultimately, we're coming up against bottom of the league, Saturday, so we should have a few good goal-scoring opportunities to start out Alves and Redmond, see what they can do. Yeah, I mean, this is a good comment, Lee, to be fair. I agree. I understand your thinking. Yeah, look, again, I don't want to be like focusing on their bottom of the league. They're awful and all that stuff, because I just don't want to be too complacent. Look, we know that they're a bad side, and we know that they're really struggling right now. But I know what you're saying, though. I would start Alves anyway, regardless. And Redmond, I mean, it doesn't look like he's going to risk him from what I've heard. So, I don't know. It's silly, really, in my opinion. Let them both try hit ground run. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do agree. Even if Redmond comes off the bench. Who will be our sub-goalkeeper tomorrow with Nichols in for Sven Goodman? I think it'll be Hurl, who was one of our academy keepers who has been training closely at the home games, I've noticed, with the goalkeepers on the match day. So I think he will be there. To be honest, I think that's the only one we've got. I don't think that's the only one I can the only one possible thing that we can think of, really, player that we can have really in there. Don't forget the playoff final at Old Trafford. We were odds on favourites and got thrashed. I spent over 3,000 going to watch that game. We flew in from Tenerife to watch the game. My goodness. I mean, yeah. But again, I agree. Yeah, this comment, yeah, just proves that. Look,
never be complacent. Never be
both
complacent.
playoffs is a one-off kind of game, but yeah, I agree. But look, my goodness, you spent all that money and that was the first time I came. I was actually. We were on the car on the way home and I was crying. I was really young as well. And yeah, that was my first kind of experience of heartbreak with following the club. That's why it was so much, it was really tough for me to take. Anyway, we switch on. I'll never forget that day. Peterborough United, yeah. Oh, that was a horrible day. But look, that's our lineups, and thank you for everybody for getting your lineups as well. But look, to me, the kind of game that we'll see tomorrow, I think it's going to be a game that we will obviously dominate. But the reality is are we able to really put them under pressure from the first minute and really go at them? Because if we start slowly, then, okay, who we're up against, they will start to find a little bit of confidence from that, and they might grow into the game a little bit. So we don't want that. We want obviously be a good crowd again tomorrow, I'm sure. But what kind of game do you expect to see tomorrow? Do you expect to obviously have most of the ball? But I just want to see us take more risks and be a bit more brave on the ball, and that's what I want to see, really.
Yeah, no, I'm exactly the same as you, Ryan. I want to see us sort of like take them chances, as not sort of like start passing sideways, and let's drive forwards at them, put them under pressure from the off. If you get into space, go for the goal. I mean, go for the shot. None of this shoot. We so much dilly-dallying sometimes, and it's so frustrating when everyone's shouting shoot and then it ends up going back to the goalie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, it's like let's get at these teams.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. But that's coming from the sidelines. That it feels like that he's asking them to almost walk it in the net as well. Like, what? Just have a shot from the. Let's stop.
Yeah, and that play, and it's weird because they talk about, they say Huddersfield play out from the back, and I'm like, we weren't very good at that, have we? We shouldn't be doing that. It's the way. Are we good enough to do that?
No. If you look at the goals we've conceded this season, that's come from playing out from the back. So, but we continue to do it. So I don't understand it myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So no, I expect them to park the bus a little bit from the off. Look for breaks in the game so that they can drive a bit forward and see if they can take a bit of a chance. And if they get pushed back, they'll go back into that defensive, posture again. And I just think we'll struggle to break them down. I think, like we said earlier, if we get that first goal, I'll come on to my score prediction when we're ready for that. I think the floodgates will open, yeah, definitely. But again, we've just got to get that first goal.
Yeah, we just need to try and get that first goal very early. Let's look at the comments. I don't have a look. Where's all right then, Noah, take care, and thank you for tuning in. Take care, have a good weekend.
See you later, Noah.
Would you and Michael, who would you and Michael start in for Ruskin? I already said that I want Alves on that side, mate. So yeah, I think you started Ruskin, didn't you, Mike? So yeah,
I started Ruskin.
Play well and we could get 6. Yeah, obviously, I mean, it'd be good to get. It would be good to kind of go crazy with the goals and get a clean sheet as well, just for that perfection kind of element that I always like to have, perfectionist here. Look, yes, I mean, I agree, we can. Big massive possibility we could smash 5 or 6 tomorrow. Yeah, I mean,
I really
that
hope
would be good, wouldn't it?
I really hope.
And just sit back and just enjoy. It's just peppering their goal and getting loads of goals as well in the process. Mars' league's top scorers complain about not scoring enough goals. Yes, I mean, we are the top goal scorers, we've got 20 goals.
Well, that's in all competitions.
Yeah, no, but but in the league,
We're equal
the
in the
league
league.
with the highest goal scorers.
I thought we were equal in the league, aren't we? Check that out. I'll have to check that out. Someone check
Come
it.
on, guys, get onto Google and check it. I think.
Get on there. We don't have this. I mean, I probably could, but I can't.
I mean, to be fair, I could, but I just don't want to like keep like disrupting the show by whilst. But
yeah,
but yes, I mean, we're not complaining about not scoring enough goals. We're complaining about the fact is that in that final third, we have, at times we've struggled to find that creativity in that final third to like the games that we've dropped points in, for example. We struggled in those games. So I don't think it's a case of complaining about not scoring enough goals. We know we've scored a lot of goals, but I'm on about like the creative element and the fact that we try and walk the ball in the net too much. So yeah. Let's look. What happened to the front foot football? It's been slow, boring football. Move the ball quickly. I agree with this comment. No, it has been too slow, and it's not been front foot either recently. Why?
When we played Doncaster, we honestly were so bad. It was shocking. How we won, I mean, but anyway, yeah, I totally agree with that comment. So slow.
But why? Why is this happening? Where's the front foot football that we saw in the past? And I just think, for me, I think Lee Grant just needs to say to the players, you are able to take more risk, let's try and move that ball quickly, keep it moving a lot quicker. Let's not.
Yeah.
I would say stop overplaying. I'm not saying not play out from the back at all, but I mean, like, don't do it as much. You know what I mean?
I've seen it in a couple of games as well, where they literally get the ball and it's like, right, I need to get rid of this as quick as possible, and it's gone, and it's like, just keep hold of it for a minute, just drive it forward.
And we've got no one to win the headers up there, but yet we're still going along with it. So it's like, well, I don't understand that kind of thinking behind.
Yeah.
That needs to improve, and it needs to improve quickly. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, team needs to play from the front of the team, not at the back. Yeah, we don't want to see back. We don't want to see back. Going along defence back to goalie and all. No, we need to be on that front foot, because the reality is, if we start like this tomorrow, then the crowd will become frustrated a little bit again as well, because that's how it is. We want to see front foot. We want to see going forward. We don't want to see him just playing around the back. Yes, 11 goals. Yes, so we are actually level with Cardiff, Barnsley, and Mansfield.
There you go. Yeah, I'm going to say I
we're
didn't think we were
not level with Mansfield. Mansfield have hardly scored any goals, mate. I think we're just equal with Barnsley and Cardiff, actually. So yeah. But what we do need to do, Lisa, is keep them out at the other end. Yeah, obviously, I think the jury's still out on Nichols, especially in kind of open play. Forget penalties. I'm on about open play. We need a goalkeeper that can do stuff from open play as well. And
when I look back at, and I think back to the videos prior to the season starting, we looked at all our signings, and honestly, there were comments saying that with the back four that we, and possibly back six that we've, guys that we've got that can go into them positions, we could use the dinner lady as the goalkeeper, to be honest. And I kind of agree with that, but that back four needs to be a solid unit, and so I don't fear too much. I think the goalkeeper's well protected with who's there, so I don't fear too much. I think Nichols has got a little bit of a get out clause there because of how good the defenders are.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I think that when he does need to do something, he needs to do it well, and that's the problem at the moment. And, Lee says that will be a tasty playoff if it finished now, though. Barnsley, Doncaster, Bradford, and us. Yeah, the season's finished now, maybe, but I don't really want to think about playoffs right now. Nichols needs to move his feet better than what he did against Leicester City in the cup. He needs to move his feet. He needs to stop dithering around with it. He needs to distribute better as well. But you need to do the basics correctly as well. And I don't know. I just have a few doubts about Nichols. I'm not saying he's a bad keeper, guys. I'm just saying it's I don't know. He's not as good as he used to be.
No, he's in his dip, definitely.
Lee said, who do you trust more, both of you, Nichols or Goodman? I trust Goodman more at the moment. What do you think?
Yeah. Irrespective of what happened, last week, I think at the weekend, it was like, I'd put Goodman in all day.
Yeah, because people we've seen what people have been doing, like because of Goodman's bad game, really bad game last weekend. They've hounded on him now, and
it's just one game.
But yeah,
everyone has a bad game.
They defend Nichols, who was shocking all last season. Didn't cement that number 1 jersey, by the way. But yeah, apparently he's the answer to come in and keep the jersey for the rest of the season. I'm sorry, I'm missing something. So because they love Nichols.
No. I mean, his distribution last season was absolutely shocking. How he came back in and was captain, I don't know. But anyway, that was last season.
It's because they love Nichols. That's why it is. That's the only reason why they.
I like the guy. I do. I think he's a great goalkeeper, but he's not Goodman standard. He's way above.
I just think the way they've piled on Goodman is just ridiculous, to be honest with you. Anyway, that's my thought. I've got the league table in front of me. Mansfield have scored 11 league on. You're maybe right then, maybe. I just didn't think they'd scored that many, Mansfield, because they'd had a stuttering start. I know they found form in the last couple of games, but fair enough.
Yeah.
They played 5-3-2 last game and lost 3-1, so expected to be defensive and part of the bus. Can we break them down? They lost 3-0 actually last weekend, mate. And so it was.
I think he's on about the
about the midweek game. Sorry, apologize. Yeah, fair enough.
The Leighton game 5, where they played that 5 at the back, and it was like blooming. Yeah, but then again, Leighton found their way through and smashed them. So
that's the problem. This final question here: can we break them down? Well, at the moment, the jury's out on that. Can we break a tight team? We haven't been able to do it previously, so we need to put that to bed now and prove that we can. Tomorrow, we need to show we can break down a low block for once. The jury's out on that one, mate. I can't really answer it at the moment. I trust Goodman better than Nichols. Charlie says, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, totally.
And Mega says Goodman is going to be a class Prem keeper. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's still young, and he's got the hallmarks to be one for me. I agree. Anyway, it's good to see Goodman has got some love in the chats, indeed. Not right rubbish I've been seeing the past week anyway on social media. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Score predictions time, guys. So obviously kind of covered everything now. So look, for me, I mean, anybody that saw my predictions video, you already know my score. But for me, I'm gonna. I really should have gone for an extra goal here, but I decided to go more thingy with it. I'm gonna go for a free.
Don't say it. All right, go on.
I think that I should have gone for an extra goal now, but I can't change it because I've already done my predictions. So I can't change it. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win, but it could easily be more. I think Taylor will get 2 and May will get 1. So, I should have really gone for 4-0.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike, what do you think the score's going to be this week? And then feel free to share your goal scores if you want as well.
Yeah, so I'd gone for 4-0. And I had Castledine.
Yeah.
Harness. And I shared the spoils between Taylor and May, because I think one will come on, replace the other, and get a goal, because I think they'll change it up at half time or 70 minutes, and we'll sort of like refresh that team, and they'll go on and score a couple of goals as well.
Nice. So 3-0 from me and 4-0 from Mike. So so hopefully we don't jinx it like we did last week, when we were so confident going for the game, and look what happened.
No, we didn't though, did we? Because actually last week, if you remember, we said if we start bad, we'll get punished by Keeler.
Yeah, we did, but we both predicted to win the games. That's my point.
We did. Yeah, our predictions were wrong. That's true. Yeah. But that's the optimist in us.
5-0 digital says. Yeah, bigger.
I hope so. Nice. I so hope so.
Lee's got even buried on 6-0. Glory.
Get it.
When was the last time we scored 6 goals in the league at home? I don't know. That was
5 against Crawley last year, wasn't it? Last season, but I can't remember.
2-0. Mars says playing out from the back. Yeah, so you think it's going to be more of the same of overplaying out from the back, and we're just going to score 2 goals? Yeah, I mean, I understand that. To be honest with you, and scrappy 2-0 win, Wayne as well. Yeah, I mean, look, again, we kind of talked about it earlier, guys, about the fact is that we don't really know if we can break down a low block. And I'm not saying we won't, so 2-0 might sound more reasonable and sensible because we struggle. I'm not saying, we will end up getting the goal if we keep doing what we're doing. But I just think, 2-0 seems, especially when we're talking about not being able to break down, how are we going to do it 3 or 4, 5, 6 times? Like, like people are saying out there. So I don't know. Harness, Gooch, Ruskin 2, Taylor 2. Lee's putting goal scorers. Nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Charlie's, hang on. Charlie says 4-0. Nice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We're all good. Don't listen to backfire on this, guys. Brighton promotion season 7 we scored. All right, thank you, Lee. Thank you for filling us in. So it was that was when we scored. That's when we did it. Or was it before? Oh, Lee, I thought you'd done your research, mate. I thought you'd already knew, but yeah, I don't know. I think we'll struggle tomorrow. Wayne says against the bottom side team. Yeah, I mean, I understand it. I mean, I'm not discrediting you for feeling that way because we don't really know how we are going to. Well, we do know if you look at it from what we've had to deal with in the past with teams that have sat back with a low block. We haven't been able to do it. We haven't been able to manage it. So, but yes, I understand. You don't think it's going to be as clean, as good as what other people are thinking. So I understand. Mega Digital says if you keep a clean sheet and winning 4 games at home without conceding has not been done in 117 years.
Whoa! Yeah. Great bit of research there.
We love the facts, don't we?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Nice, big up. Thank you. I mean, look, let's hope we can break that record and we can be Yeah. The last time Sultan secured a 6-0 win was on the 27th of November 2010 against Macclesfield Town in the FA Cup. Well, we're talking about the league now, but yeah, fair enough. If that was the last time in overall, then fair enough. But yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our score predictions. In other news, obviously, Lyndon Gooch has been announced as August Player of the Month. Mike, I mean, he fully deserves it for the impact he's made.
100%. Week in, week out, the Gooch. I'm telling you, that man, he's kind of like top of my list for Player of the Season already, and long may it continue. That man is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, look, just what he's done, what an impact he's made, and yeah, I really love him as well. But yeah, he fully deserves, so fair play and well done to him. But yeah,
just so you do know, the record league victory 10-1 against Blackpool. Yeah, unfortunately, it was the 13th of December 1930.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
so.
Right, hang on. Let me just have a look. Taylor 2, Al 3. You go for Al's hat trick. Harness 1 and Leo 1. Nice.
I'll go. Yeah, that would be an amazing start for Al's at Town, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. It would definitely would. Lees is probably the best fullback in this division, fighting with Ogbetter at Barnsley. Yeah. Gooch. Yeah, no, I agree. I think Gooch is the first player that I hope to see on that team sheet. That's the impact he's had for me. That's the way I like him, and the impact he's had.
He's in that team week in, week out. I mean, the only reason he won't be there is if he needs a blooming rest because he puts in shift.
Castledine Owls next one, Player of the Month. So you say it here first, so let's see. But yeah, Castledine certainly doing very well on Owls. Obviously still early on, but yeah, Castledine, maybe those two, maybe one or the other. We'll have to see. But look, we've kind of come to the end of our Friday night preview show here on the channel. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Mike, as always, for keeping me.
No, it's always a pleasure, mate.
Great. Thanks, Friday night chat. Every single Friday, Mike joins me for the throughout the season to look ahead to our weekend games, of course. But thank you everyone in the chat as well for all your contributions. It's been great in the chat this evening. You've all been very respectful and very good to us. So yeah, big up to you all. Drop a like, subscribe on your way out, and yes, hopefully we can secure those 3 points tomorrow and we can all be a lot happier this weekend instead of last weekend's miserable one after that. Anyways, enjoy your weekend, what idiots. So thank you very, very much for your support. If you do want to join me on, I'm actually appearing on a Peterborough fan channel, guys, at 8 o'clock. So if you want to come and show me some love, what I'll do is I'm just going to give you guys the channel, because I haven't actually looked what the channel name is. I had a DM from a particular guy who runs the channel. Let me just have a look. What I'll do is I will. I don't know what I'm going to do actually, because I can't seem to find. Seems like, I don't know if they've got a YouTube channel. It might be more of a. It's called Up the Posh Cast. So if you go on
Up the Posh
Posh
yeah.
Cast, and yeah, if you want to come and tune in
Up the Posh
from,
Cast.
I think they'll have a YouTube channel to be honest. Yeah, they do have a YouTube channel. So if you type in Up the Posh Cast, for some reason they don't even have their link to their YouTube.
No, it's on there. It's on there. It's on there. I've got it now. It's on there. So they got a picture of Alfie May on there. So, and the countdown, 8 o'clock tonight.
Oh, have they? So is it called Up the Posh Cast?
It's called Huddersfield Town versus Posh Preview.
No, I mean the channel name. What's the channel name called?
Yeah, sorry, Up the Posh Cast.
Right, so guys, tune in from 8 o'clock. I'll be a guest on there. I'll be so come and tune in. Let's see. Let's show them that. Let's have a few Huddersfield fans in the chat as well.
Oh, I'll be commenting. I'll be
feeling a bit alone, but yeah. Anyways, let's just final comments before we wrap it up, guys, and then we're out of here. Alves is my favourite player to get a hat trick tomorrow. Nice. Hopefully you're right there. Good to see a new player coming. Good chat. Big up. Thank you, Mark, for joining us. A new person of the chat. I haven't seen you before, mate. Charles says, please get Michael back on your next video, right? Michael is going to be back every Friday. He's going to be back next Friday, guys.
Every Friday. Every Friday.
Next week, next Friday for that, Charlie. But yeah, guys, have a good rest of the evening. Come over to Up the Posh Cast at 8 o'clock. Don't let me down, guys. Come and show your support for me. And until next time, though, on this channel, take care. Let's get the win. Let's get the 3 points this weekend. No embarrassing results, please. And yes, Wayne's going to be in. So yeah, Wayne, I'm going to hold you to this now. So if you're not there, I'll be very disappointed. Anyways, goodbye, everybody, from me and Mike. And have a good weekend. Take care, all.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Bye-bye.
Up the town.
And we're going to play out the odd. Oh, my goodness. I should get ready, right? Goodbye. I'm going, peace. We're out.